The ancient Olympics of 776 BCE will contribute to major sporting events happening all over the world. It was the start of new sporting traditions that countries from all over will participate in today. Although the games probably dated to an even earlier date than 776 BCE, there is no actual record of it, but people believe it started after the first full moon after the summer solstice around the middle of July. The Olympics were a full 5 days of events that would happen every 4 years.
The games began as a religious festival every 4 years at the sanctuary of Zeus in Olympia, Greece. Later, the games became more of an athletic festival, but still honoring the gods. The games first started because of old Greek mythology legends. One legend is that Zeus fought his father Cronus over the control of the world.
They fought on top of a mountain that looked over a valley in southwestern Greece. After Zeus defeated his dad, the valley was called Olympia. That soon became known for religious festivals and where people came to worship Zeus. It is believed that these religious festivals later led to the Games of the Olympics.
The most important thing in Olympic Games is not to win, but to take part, just as the most important thing in life is not the triumph, but the struggle. The essential thing is not to have conquered, but to have fought well, said by Pierre de Coubertin. The Olympics drew people from all over Greece into one arena to watch the best. People who attended the games were only men. Married women were not allowed to be at the games, and women sneaking in usually led to their death. Single women were allowed to go to the games.
But before the gathering of these people, the athletes would train for 10 months. Athletes trained so much because gods believed that improving the body's strength also improved the mind. Men who took part in the Olympics had to be young. They also had to be free-born male citizens of Greece who were not criminals. If they were either of these, judges would make judgments on their appearance and physical strength as well as seeing who competed the best.
The Olympics were held in a span of 5 days in total. On the first day of the games, the athletic competitors and their trainers would come to Olympia to meet with 10 Olympic judges to take an oath. Also, the competitors would make offerings to Zeus hoping for victory. The only competitions held on the first day were running, boxing, and wrestling.
On the second day, they would compete in horse and chariot races. The chariot races included 2 or 4 horses. These races were as long as 2.5 miles to 8 miles in length, while the horse races were much shorter in length. In the afternoon, the competitors moved to the stadium for the pentathlon, which included 5 events: running, wrestling, long jump, discus, and javelin throwing.
Day 3 was the most important religious event of the festival, where they would sacrifice themselves to Zeus. In the afternoon, they ran the longest race, Dolichos, which ranged in length from 2.25 miles to 2.75 miles. Later were the sprints, ranging up to 630 feet.
Day 4 consisted of mainly contact sports. The first sport of the day was wrestling. The way they declared a winner was the amount of times each person fell, which was normally 3 falls. At midday, boxing began. Boxers were usually severely hurt, cut, and disfigured, and in extreme cases were killed in battle. The final event of the day was the race in armor.
Day 5 was the final day of the Olympics. This day was the day to celebrate the accomplishments of the victors. Everyone made their way to the Temple of Zeus for the final time, with the winners leading the way. The rest of the day was spent by fasting on food and celebrating everyone's achievements, just like how they spent the evenings of every day.
The typical award given to victors in the games wasn't a trophy. They were given a crown that was made out of an olive branch. The crown was believed to transfer mystical powers to the athletes. They were also rewarded with palm branches and red woolen ribbons that would be tied around his head, arms, and legs as marks of victory.
The way they were crowned was right after the event they won. The herald would announce his name, his father's name, and the city of origin. The night of the ceremony, the victor would feast with his friends and family, lasting all night. The next morning, the winning athlete presented offerings and prayers at the altars of gods.
The greatest award that an athlete received was a statue of himself in the city of Olympia, in the holy sanctuary dedicated to the gods. When the victor came back to his hometown, they would get special privileges which varied from place to place, such as offering to pay for the athlete's training and grand meals put together by the best chefs in the city. The victor would also visit his local temple and offer the olive wreath to his city's guardian.
The ancient Olympics stopped in 393 AD because Theodotus I banned the pagan festivals. He and other Christians saw the games, which honored the Greek god Zeus, as a threat to the Christian religion. As Christianity took over the Roman Empire and Olympics became less important by the 3rd century AD, in 393 AD, Theodotus issued a code suppressing all sporting events to support the Roman state religion, Christianity. This code officially killed the Olympic Games and won't start again until 1896.
Although the Olympics ended in 393 AD because of their religion, Christianity, it was a very popular sporting event, which originally honored the Greek gods. Many competed throughout the years, but only a few were awarded with great honor. They didn't realize it at first, but later the Olympics became the #1 watched sporting event in modern society, with a whopping 88 countries and 280 athletes.